don't let work get in the way of how you create here on YouTube, man. I had took a break 2 weeks ago, and I was trying to figure out like how I was gonna vlog with the schedule that I have, how I was gonna edit, and how I was gonna post content on a daily basis. And I was like, yet again in this space where I was like, how am I gonna make content, And it kind of discouraged me a little bit, because it's like there's some moments where I want to just sit down and make a a really long video where it's like I have some edits and stuff like that. And I know you don't have to edit. That's one thing that I learned many yesterdays ago. But just in general, it's like between your family and all the things that you do every single day, it's like, how am I gonna squeeze in some time to create and vlog and stuff like that? But I'm gonna tell y'all, it's gonna take, if you really want it, you're gonna have to get up earlier or you're gonna have to just create later. Also, let me know. We are shooting on the iPhone 16 Pro, if I haven't mentioned already, and I think I'm enjoying the fact that I could just hold my phone up and just use the front-facing camera and vlog. We'll probably get a mic connected, but for now, you guys are gonna have to bear with all the noise and stuff like that. This will also be a good testament of how the iPhone fares with audio. But I know we get, it's a little windy, not too crazy, but I'm just taking a little quick walk before work. But I was thinking to myself, like, yo, I cannot let work get in the way. I can't let work get in the way of creating content. We started something really, really profound here, and I ain't gonna let, not to say I don't like my job. I really like my job. It's just, hold on, I gotta switch you guys to the other hand. It's just, is squeezing the same time that I had before based on how my job is now. It's like I was thinking to myself, like, I was concerned, like I don't want to change everything that I have going on when it comes to work and creating and stuff like that. Sorry, I'm like trying to think this through, because it's been on my mind for a little bit, because in the winter months, it was very much easier. And now that things are a little different, in my mind, I'm thinking about it. Like, I'm always thinking about y'all. I'm always thinking about the channel. I'm always thinking about the comments and stuff like that. And I know when I took my break, you know how YouTube does, man. They do what they do. I ain't worried about that. Sheer grit and grind and consistency will outweigh that. I'm not tripping over that. But I'm telling y'all, this iPhone front-facing camera, and if you do want, I do know that it's a little weird to watch it in portrait if you do watch on a TV or a television. But let me know, do y'all watch YouTube videos on TV, iPad, iPhone, Android, whatever it is, mobile device? Let me know, because I feel like when I was watching the content back, because yesterday was my first portrait video, I was like, this doesn't look bad because it fills up the whole screen, and it kind of comes off like we're on a FaceTime call or a WhatsApp video chat or something like that, or a Zoom call. So let me know what y'all think. And I'm just using the phone with the front-facing camera. I'm holding the phone in my hand, and I'm just pretty much just doing it as is. And I think this makes it easier for me. I love my DJI cameras, right? But at the same time, I'm thinking about ease of use, simplicity, me being able to just grab and go and not have to worry about, I can upload it to YouTube. I kind of have a system set in place for how I guess upload and stuff like that. But let me know what you think. Let me know your thoughts. But going back to the topic, I know I have a tendency to ramble. just creating, you know what I'm saying, and not saying, you know what, work is gonna get in my way, or the troubles of yesterday or today, or you be feeling like, oh, I don't want to. I think you could use that momentum, that inertia, that feel to create. And that's what we're gonna do. I'm embracing the mobile. Hold on, I gotta move the phone. It's, you know, switching hands, and I'm not gonna get no extra equipment. I may get something to kind of hold it up, but I feel like this is just us having a conversation on the phone. It's like you picked up the phone and you're talking to me. You know what I'm saying? So just think of that. Like you have, you know, some people get new phones every year or every 2 years, depending on the carrier, maybe 3 years. I don't know. Comment down below. Let me know how often you get a new phone. And the reason I say that is because our phones are capable of some amazing camera quality. And I'll be honest, the camera quality in the front-facing camera, I slept on it for a long while. This ain't bad. I thought when I decided to do this, I was like, man, I'm gonna regret this, because the camera quality is, you know, when it comes to front-facing cameras, isn't the best. But I say all that, you know, I'm talking about the camera and stuff like that, but don't let, you know, lack of time for editing, lack of time for setting up camera, because, you know, it is a process. Like, you have the DJI camera. Let's say you have an Action 5, Action 4. You record your video. Let's say you edit. Let's say you don't edit. You got to send it to the phone, you know, and let's say you wanted to kind of go through it. It takes time. And whereas I can just simply, I'm taking a little walk before work, got a little time, and I could just open this thing up, record it, you know, with the native camera app, and then boom, I'm done. And I know that's not really a problem. Like, you just Bluetooth it. But it's for somebody who has to go to work. I could simply, once I'm done recording this, upload it to YouTube, make a tiny thumbnail, you know, throughout the day, let this go through. I'll upload it on 5G, and, you know, that's it. But that's why I'm saying, like, it leaves in my mind, I'm thinking, as I'm getting older, I'm thinking to myself, like, it removes that barrier of entry for me to, on a busy day, do a video. And that was the purpose of me using these action cameras, these Osmo Pockets of the world. I'm gonna still use those things. Gotta switch hands. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna still use those things, but I think to myself, like, I'm trying to make things easier, right? My goal is to make things easier. Right now, this is where I'm at. I feel like this is perfect. I feel like this is more personal. And also, I have not seen too many people doing portrait video YouTube videos, like portrait orientation videos on YouTube. I don't know. Comment down below. Let me know what the correct verbiage is. But yeah, that's my thought process. And then it's like, I could extend this out. You know, I will get a bicep workout at the same time. Also, from what I can see, the image stabilization, it's not that bad. It has a nice, you know, nice movement to it. Let me know if it's kind of too jittery. I just think to myself, like, all right, I don't want to have this barrier where it's like, when you're working and you want to do something, right? You want to set something up. You want to create something. You want to make something. And I just feel like there's no excuse for me. There's absolutely no excuse for me. I just do it. If it's 5 minutes, if it's 10 minutes, I can do live YouTube video with this. I could do all these things. And I know this is like something I've always had in my pocket, but this goes to show you the best The best camera is the one that is always on you. The one that is always on you. You have that video. You know, I've heard that's been said by many people, you know, and it's true. Like, bro, you got a phone in your pocket? There's no way, and I'm talking to all y'all, there's no way that you can't create a video. You got time, you got the resource, you have a story to tell, and you should do that. You know, don't be afraid to just create. You know what I'm saying? There are it's the only thing that's weird. I feel like the only thing that's going to be weird is the thumbnail aspect. You're going to be filming, and then you're going to be creating, and then all of a sudden you're going to be sitting here like, the thumbnail. That's the only thing that I feel that is the problem, is the thumbnail. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So don't sit here and you know, make an excuse. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was doing before, making excuses. You know, I minus my break and stuff like that. And after my break, I was like, damn, how am I gonna squeeze this time in? You know what I'm saying? How am I gonna squeeze this time in? You always can make time, y'all. You know what I'm saying? You could always make time. You know, if there's gonna be people, and I say this, like, who may not like your creative direction and where you're going with it. And be honest, that's the fun part. Hold on, let me switch hands. That's the fun part. Let's get back in focus. You're in charge. You are the foreman that is in charge of this factory. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have people on the left side that's positive. You're gonna have people on the right side that's positive. If you shift your perspective on those things to the right side, it doesn't matter what is happening on the left. You can lay those people off. You know, that's my 2 cents and on that, because, you know, me trying something different like this is a challenge. But if you have that perspective that I mentioned in the ladder, you don't have to worry about that. It's all about, like, perspective. You know, there's gonna be some, you know, opinions in regards to that, but don't worry about it. It doesn't matter. Anyway, I appreciate y'all, man. If you made it all the way to the end of the video, you are a real one. I will see y'all on the next one. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Hold on. Peace.